hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
You saw how our leader was treated. You saw the disrespect coming from the justice, Binta Nyako and the rest of them. But one thing again, it always beats my imagination that when it comes to the affairs of the Biafrans, we always get things like this. I keep saying it, even though I love my brother Chief Sunday Igboho, a comrade, a friend. I respect the man they call Omoyele Showore. But at the same time, till this day, we have not heard the legal team of Chief Sunday Igboho come in public to explain to us how Chief Sunday Igboho was set free. I repeat, because I think some of you are heard and hearing, or you pretend as if you cannot hear this point that I am making. Till day, as I speak, till date, we have not heard from the legal team of Chief Sunday Igboho to come to the public to explain to the people how their client, Chief Sunday Adeyemo, was granted freedom. There was no court hearing. There was no bail discussion. Until this day, we don't even know what happened. At least in the case of Showore, we saw him go to court and they said, hey, we have raised our hands up. We cannot continue with the so-called case against you. My fellow Biafrans, I call this different strokes for different folks. When it comes to the affairs of the Biafrans, this story is different. Suddenly, Nigeria forgets what they call the rule of law. When it comes to the other tribe, everything is fine. In fact, they can trample against the Nigerian so-called law, as I will explain in this video. Today, as we speak, I want us to watch this video of the governor, the then governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Belo, whatever his name is. You will see the way the EFCC, they came for him, but they gave him the utmost respect. We shall juxtapose that same scenario with the case of the then governor of Anambra State, Governor Willie, I believe that's his name, Willie Obiano, and also the former governor of the old Imo State, Governor Rochas Okorocha. I will show you how the EFCC operates when it comes to the Biafran. I will show you how the EFCC operates when it comes to somebody from the eastern region. And then we shall watch the way they operate when it has to do with a Hausa man, a Fulani man, or somebody from the other part of that so-called Nigeria. If you are with me, I want you all to sit back, relax, and watch this analysis.
Good morning to you viewers. Let's begin what's trending. The governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo, has come under heavy criticism on social media after he prevented the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission from arresting his predecessor, Yahaya Belo. On Wednesday, the anti-graft agency had laid siege at the Abuja residence of Yahaya Belo in a bid to arrest him over alleged money laundering charges. But in an unprecedented move, Ododo arrived at Belo's residence a few hours after the siege and whisked his predecessor away. Well, let's take a look.
Hold it there, my sister. In an unprecedented move, Usman Ododo came to the home of Yahaya Bello and whisked him away in the presence of the EFCC. Don't forget, the EFCC, they have their own force, comprised of the police, the Mopol, and the military. In the presence of the EFCC, in the presence of the police, the Mopol, and the military of that zoo contraption, a governor from Kogi State can come to Abuja to do what he did. You're about to watch and see what they actually did. That's to show you the standard. That's to show you that in Nigeria, that contraption, that God-forsaken dirty gutter country that you call Nigeria. Not everyone is equal. There is a reason why we call it the zoo. There is a reason why it is similar to the animal farm, where not everyone is born equal, according to the laws of the contraption. That a governor from Kogi State can come to Abuja and in an unprecedented way, weeks away the former governor, Yahaya Belo. Let's play on and watch.
Before we take some reactions. Well, social media has been awash with reactions. This seems like a movie, doesn't it? Well, the anti-graft agency, in a statement on Wednesday, condemned the actions of the Kogi State governor.
Okay.
Their statement reads in part: the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission wishes to warn members of the public that it is a criminal offense to obstruct officers of the Commission from carrying out their lawful activities. Section 38 of the EFCC Established Act makes it an offense to prevent officers of the Commission from carrying out their lawful duties. Culprits risk a jail term of not less than 5 years. This warning becomes necessary against the background of the increasing tendency by persons and groups under investigation by the Commission to take laws into their hands by recruiting thugs to obstruct lawful operations of the EFCC. The Commission therefore warns that it will henceforth not tolerate any attempt by any person or organization to obstruct its operation. As such, will be met with appropriate punitive actions. Dr.
Hold it there. Audio government. When it comes to the affairs of the caliphate, suddenly the Tinubu government, they become an audio government. They begin talk on social media. They are coming to Twitter to discuss. I will show you what they did to Obiano. And I will show you their rascality when it came to Rochas or Korocha. Even though we don't care about those criminals, but at the same time, for the fact they are part of the Biafran family, we have to treat them as ours. Because whenever it has to do with the Biafran people, the story is always different. You will not see the EFCC come out there on social media and explain to you. Audio government. They're explaining on Twitter. Going forward, we will not accept this. When you should have called the name of the person who was responsible for what happened. Governor Usman Ododo of Kogi State came to Abuja and took away a governor, an ex-governor from you. And you cowards, you could do nothing. Last time I checked, Kogi State, Kwara State, used to be a Yoruba state. They are coming, they are coming. 2 already down, 2 is gone. 2 states out of your Yoruba states are gone. Keep on playing with the caliphates. They are coming for your state. They are coming. Your Kogi state is gone. Your Kwara state is gone. Keep on doing politics with the Fulani caliphate. Your Oyo state is next. Cowards. You can only show your power when it comes to the Biafrans. Because you know when we retaliate, you work hand in hand with the caliphate. A governor can come and outsmart you criminals in that zoo. Today, I want you to sit back and relax. Let the newscasters, they finish what they're saying. You will see this same EFCC who has come on social media to explain. They are discussing audio government when it comes to the affairs of the cabal, because now Kogi state is now a northern state. It is no longer a Yoruba state. They have allowed that state to be taken because they are scared of the caliphate. They are scared. And now, you can imagine what a governor of Kogi state is doing to a Yoruba president, Tinubu. Think about that. A governor of, to show you that once you turn to the caliphate, once you are a member of the North, once you are part of the family of the Fulani cabal, you become untouchable. Sit back and relax and let us listen to the analysis of those in the radio and TV. Listen to what they are saying. Then I'll come back and expose their weaknesses. I will come back and expose their nakedness. I will lift up their skirts to expose their nakedness. Let's continue.
I don't know who the EFCC is referring to as thugs, but I mean, I thought that statement was very apt at the time. Obviously, they were referring to the incident that occurred yesterday. I mean, I believe that Yahaya Belo will be arraigned today. But let me just take some more reactions before I come to you, Dr. Abati. This is from Collins, who wrote, "It is outrageous that those in positions of power would brazenly obstruct the operations of a law enforcement agency tasked with fighting corruption. This blatant disregard for the rule of law only serves to perpetuate a culture of impunity and undermines the credibility of our justice system. Governor Ododo must be held accountable for his actions, and anyone else complicit in obstructing the EFCC's operation should face severe consequences, including the risk of jail time. Justice must prevail. #corruption, rule of law." Dr. Abati, I'm trying to get accountability as well, together with Abati. Accountability is so important. Yes.
Very briefly. There are many dimensions to what is unfolding in Kogi State. There are principles. There are legal issues, there are operational issues, there are political issues. I'll try to run through them. Principle. The first principle is that nobody is above the law. The rule of law in Nigeria applies to everybody.
Yes. You are a liar and you know it. God have mercy. This guy is audio government, audio journalist. Talk for mouth. Nobody's above the law. Hey, the zoo. Hey, God have mercy. The zoo. No wonder they call them the zoo. Look at what he's saying. Nobody is above the law. In the open mouth, they talk that nonsense in that zoo. Nobody. Hey. Wow, this is full of, nah. Now, why for nah? This kind of fear. Hey, wow, God, I thank you. Lord, I thank you for taking me away from that zoo country, that God-forsaken country, that contraption that was created by Lord Lugard. God, thank you. I was blind, but now I can see. I was once blind like these people. I was once blind like them. I thank you, Lord, for opening my eyes. If Lord Lugard has named Nigeria as Lugard, by now they'll be fighting to uphold that country called Lugard. If Lord Lugard has named Nigeria as the Fulani Kingdom, by now all these monkeys, baboons, and chimpanzees out there, they will be fighting to protect and preserve that Fulani Kingdom. They will say they believe in Fulani Kingdom. God bless Fulani Kingdom. We believe in one Fulani Kingdom. They will say what they are saying, they believe in one Nigeria. Look at him here saying, I believe in the rule of law. In fact, let me calm down. Let's continue.
and, any of the agencies that have prosecutorial powers or investigative powers can invite anybody. Number two, when you are a governor or president or deputy governor or vice president, you are covered by Section 308 of the 1999 Constitution, which says you enjoy immunity. The moment you are no longer in office, that Section 308 does not apply. So you cannot say because, you occupied a certain position, you cannot be, investigated or prosecuted.
You lie. It only applies to the Biafrans and those criminals they call the Biafran politicians. It only applies to us. If you check all the governors till date, once you're a Biafran governor, as you are finishing, they will bring you out, they will scrutinize you and do all sorts of things to you. It only applies to us. Others, they are free to do what they want to do. Buhari and his cabinet, they stole billions. His girlfriend was spending 500 million every month. Oh my God. His so-called the humanitarian, whatever they call them. His girlfriend. A lady that has been his PA when he was a military president. A lady that has been his PA when he was in the Petroleum Trust Fund. PTF. That lady, that's humanitarian woman. That's his side chick. You all knew that from the beginning, and he became your president. Buhari became your president, and he created a portfolio, an office with a portfolio for his girlfriend called the humanitarian whatever. And every month he's giving her 500 million. And you guys kept quiet. Even when he left office till this day, you are scared to arrest her or do whatever. You are punishing, what's her name again? Beta Edu. That's the cowardice way they do things. Look, my people, please, do not be deceived. Beta Edu, her job is secure. She's safe. The reason why they acted like they are going after Beta Edu is because they were trying to try the other woman who spent all those money. So, but because they are scared of the Fulani Caliphate, I keep telling you, the Fulani Cabal, they are untouchable. So the only way the Tinubu government want to do it is to make it look like they are punishing their own. For the fact they are punishing their own, then they can now also call that woman to say, how much have you taken from that, the department? Beta Edu, her job is safe. It is secured. Do not be deceived. Some of you, please open your brain. Don't allow the zoo and their shallow thinking to affect you. It will become a cancer of the brain. Beta Edu, her job is safe and secured. Count me anywhere. They are not after Beta Edu. They just did what they did because the other woman, Buhari girlfriend, she don't chop plenty money. Buhari use and chop plenty money. So they need to pretend as if they are, attacking Beta Edu and also the office. So now they can now go back, say, okay, for the past 6 years, for the past 8 years, let us investigate. Because we are investigating Beta Edu, we now have the leeway, the leverage to investigate that office. So last week they said they found 30 billion naira or whatever. It is not from Beta Edu. Now that woman, where they collect the money small from. Let's call a spade a spade. Emefiele that they are attacking now, you and I know that Emefiele was a boy to Buhari. He was a boy, he was a stooge, a servant to Dangote and the rest of them. All those signatures and signatories, it was given to him by Buhari to do. But they are scared to, call on Buhari, so they have to go through Emefiele. Let's call a spade now. People are laughing at them, say, look at this one. While lie, they cannot call on Buhari. Emefiele is a small boy. They know what they are doing. Beta Edu, her job is secured and safe. Once they are done with these little things they are doing now, just watch, she will come back to our position. She is still functioning in her position, but you will not see her outside for now because they are not after her. I keep telling you, it is only the Biafran people that they can show their power. Alagba, you are strong. It's only us they could show it on. Better Edu, her job is safe. Anybody who assume in their own myopic way of thinking that the Tinubu government can go against the Buhari, then you are joking. The only way he could do it is to act as if he's attacking his own in order to go deeper into that department. So the so-called humanitarian, whatever they are doing there, it is rubbish. Better Edu, her job is safe. These guys, they are cowards now. So when this man is saying here that there is equality in the rule of law, nobody's above the law, I beg to differ. Let's continue, I beg.
Number 3 is that the immunity granted under Section 308 is not transferable. And that applies to Usman Ododo. So when people say it was Governor Ododo who granted immunity to his predecessor, no, there's no such thing. You cannot transfer immunity. But the stories in the papers is that, it was the one that took the former governor out of his house. Number 4 here is a point being made by the EFCC that under Section 38 of the Establishment Act, you cannot obstruct the work of the EFCC. In fact, it's not only the EFCC or the law enforcement agencies. Otherwise, you'll be guilty of resisting arrest or, obstructing the course of justice. That's that about the principles. Now, the legal part. The other part of it is that, the former governor of Kogi State and the EFCC, they've been having a running battle in the courts of law. There was a 2015, early 2016 case, which was before Yahaya Belo assumed office, alleging that he was involved in the mismanagement of it. The purpose of the injunction is, return to status quo ante bellum and allow the court, to determine the suit before you can proceed. I think the EFCC again went to court ahead of the April 22, when that matter will be determined, to get a permission from the leave of court to again arraign Governor Yahaya Belo. So you have all of these issues. Now, the more embarrassing part of it is that on both parts, we have seen conflicting orders, from Federal High Court in Abuja.
The people that invaded the arrest, that assisted Ododo, were they DSS officials? And could they be arrested? That's the question out there.
They will not arrest them, Oji, because the governor that came there, he came with his own military men. And they came to tell the EFCC men to stand down. Can you imagine that? Think about this, Oji. Oji, think about this. Can an Eastern governor, not even in their wildest dream, go to Abuja with military men and stop the EFCC from carrying out their job? Let's call a spade here. Nigeria is not fair, my sister. You guys, you are making the biggest mistake to assume that, you are in a country where there is rule of law. I'm asking you guys, can an Eastern governor, those criminals in the East, can the Eastern governor, any of them, go to Abuja and stop the EFCC from making an arrest? Think about that. They will never attempt such, not even in their wildest dream. Even if they don't drink, they drunk. They are drunk in their drunkenness. They will get sense, say they cannot do that. You see, because they know the repercussion. But when it comes to the North, I'm saying North because Kogi State is officially a northern state now. Kogi State is officially a northern state. Kwara State, Ilorin, Kwara State is officially a Fulani state. They've taken over, unfortunately. And it is shocking to say, ordinary a Kogi governor can do this. Usman Ododo, a new Kogi governor, Talk less of a governor from Kano, Kaduna, Sokoto, and the rest of them. That tells you the contraption you guys you believe in. That's something that even an Eastern governor, if he is drunk, or if he use drugs, or if he use cocaine, or in his wildest dream, he cannot go to Abuja and do what the Kogi state governor did to stop the EFCC. Hi, God have mercy. Even in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, they are begging, please give us Nnamdi Kanu. We are begging you. Give us Nnamdi Kanu. They don't even have the balls, the fortitude to speak directly to the so-called presidency. But in this case, the cabal, they sent the governor of Kogi State to go to the house of Yahaya Belo in Abuja and whisk him away. You call it something unprecedented. Something that has never been seen. No, my sister, it is regular for the caliphate. I am coming to show you all the way they treated Rocha Sokorocha and Obiano Jew. I am coming to that one. Let's continue. Listen.
No, what I'm saying is that Usman Ododo came there as a visitor.
I know.
Covered by Section 308 because he's a sitting governor.
Explain now. He came as a visitor. Hey! You are trying to make Nigeria look like it's a functioning country. You are pretending, you are blowing grammar to make Nigeria look like a functioning country. Usman Ododo, the governor of Kogi State, he came to the house of Yahaya Bello as a governor, as a visitor. Came as a visitor. Think about that. That's how petty, how childish. You want to paint it to make it look or sound more palatable, make it sound nice. He came as a visitor. When you say EFC, they have barricaded the whole road. He still came as a visitor. Aye. Nigeria, unashamed, they shame me. You intellectuals, men who claim they are intellectual in that zoo, unashamed, they shame me. When will you call a spade a spade? Can an Eastern governor go to Abuja to do what they did? Even Rochas, when he was going through it, no governor dare go to his house or the scene to say they are going there as a visitor. They broke into his house. They tore the roof. They came down from the roof of Rochas Okorocha. We all saw the video where he was praying as they were breaking down the roof. But in the case of Yahaya Bello, they were there laying a siege, begging him to come out. He called the governor of Kogi State. That one came in. You said he came as a visitor. Nana, wow. Person, they tell lies live on TV. Intellectuals, those you respect. These are the intellectuals you respect. He sounded it he's speaking in a nice way to make it sound more, more palatable. It means, okay, it makes sense. The governor just come there as a guest. Can't see what's in the happen. Because, no, this is not nice now. Come with me. I'm the governor. I have immunity. Come with me. And he drove him away. And the EFCC, they allowed him to leave. How childish and petty is that? That's to show you that when a Yoruba man is the president, the Fulani cabal, they have their way. The only people that will go through hell are the Biafrans. Also, when a Fulani man is the president, it is the Yorubas and the Igbos that will go through hell. You see? That's the game plan. So the Fulani man, when you look at the puzzle, they are the ones who are really in the ultimate analysis. When you look at it as a whole, they are the ones that are above the law. Absolutely. they have the absolute power to be above the law, because when they are there, nobody can control them, but they can control the Biafran side and the Yoruba side. If the Biafran say they won't fight, the Yorubas will join the Fulani to fight us. So that is why the Fulani, they are strong, but they can control and punish the Yorubas and the Biafrans. Now, when the Yoruba man is there as president, he can only punish the Biafrans. He cannot punish the cabal. As in the case of Yahaya Belo, you have seen now that they couldn't go to his house to arrest him. They were begging him from the window, sir, please, sir, come outside, sir, please. And he refused. He made a phone call to the man they call Usman Adodo, the new governor of Kogi, his boy that was bowing to him when he took over that office. You remember when he took over, Usman Adodo was prostrating down on the floor, thanking Yahaya Belo for making him the governor. That same man, 9 income of one, say, come to Abuja, come and take me out of this office. And he came. He told the EFCC to stand down because they have no power over the Fulani cabal. That's the puzzle there. The only time there is rule of law is when somebody from this their so-called South or Southeast is president. In the case of Goodluck Jonathan, you saw how he respected everybody. Tinubu and the other guys, they were allowed. Tinubu, Shoyenko, and that pastors, all of them, they were allowed to protest for 2 weeks. There was no gunshot. They protested for 2 weeks and crippled the economy of that zoo for 2 weeks. Goodluck Jonathan did nothing. He respected their fundamental human right to protest. Think about that. Think about that. Whenever we are there, oh my God, that is when there is rule of law. But whenever the Fulani man is there, he controls the Yoruba and the Biafran side, because he knows he's got the back of the politicians from the Yoruba side, that if the Biafrans want to fight, you see what always happen. They will now connive, they will come together, they will collude to attack us. AKA, you saw what happened in the Biafran war. You saw what happened then. Very, very sad. Ojukwu told that criminal they call Gowon, that old dirty fool, that idiot they call Gowon, he told him, what is your military still doing in the eastern region and the western region? In the Abori Accord, we have discussed, one of the itineraries that we have to discuss is for you to pull away your military from the eastern region and the western. It means from the Biafran side and the Yoruba side. Ojukwu was being nice. He was being an elder brother to the Yorubas. He was being an advocate for the Yorubas. He told Gowon, it is unfair to have your northern military men in the eastern region and the western region. So take them to your region. Let them protect your region while we have our own military in our own region, and allow the Yorubas, those from the west, to have their own, control of their military within their own region. At first, Gowon said that was a good idea, and they agreed in Aburi. But when they came back, Gowon only took away the northern soldiers from the eastern region. Ojukwu now called him, say, Gowon, what is going on here? How come we agreed this thing now? How come, it's unfair to the western side? How come your military, they are still in the western region? It is unfair now. Allow them to control themselves and their resources. It's unfair. Gowon now told Ojukwu, mind your business. I have pulled the northern military from the eastern region. That is all I can do. Mind your business. I will keep my military in the west. You see, till this day, it is still going on. When there was NSAS, you saw the Biafrans. We joined the Yorubas to fight against the system. We said it was unfair what they were doing during the NSAS. But now in Okwama, Even the media, they have kept quiet. The military told the media they don't have the right to speak, and they accepted. They said, yes, sir, we shall not speak, we shall not visit the scene of Okoma. This is the 5th week. 5 weeks, people, they have lived in the bushes in Okoma. 5 God-forsaken weeks. They've been in the wilderness. They've been in the wilderness for 5 weeks. And the media, the Yoruba media, they refuse to ask for their fundamental right. As a journalist, you have the right, to speak out. But no, for the first time, you are saying the Nigerian military, they are telling your journalists, do not come to this scene. Do not come around Okoma. We don't want to see you there. Do not broadcast what is happening in Okoma. And for the first time, you are seeing the media. They said, yes, sir, we agree. But when it was NSAS, they broadcasted. We, the Biafrans, we joined them to shout to the whole world. Now it is happening in the Biafran side. Okwama and the rest of them, it is in the Biafran region. The pillaging is happening, and the media, they have refused to speak. They have refused to fight for their right, to be heard, to be there, to make sure they speak through to power. They have refused. 5 weeks and counting, not even the governor was allowed into a community. Let the whole world hear this. Let the whole world hear what is happening. This is a country you expect us, the Biafrans, to be in. I will never step my leg into a contraption like that. To the Western world, what you are doing is unfair. You say Africans, they come to Europe, they destroy Europe, they are migrants, but we are trying to solve the problem happening in Africa. But you keep on supporting the stooges, the criminals they call the Fulani Caliphate. You keep on supporting them to be in power. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Your people, the citizens of the Western world, they insult the Africans. They call us monkeys. They say we are dying in the sea, in the Red Sea, in the ocean to get to Europe. But at the same time, when the people of Africa try to solve the problem of Africa, the fundamental problem that you, the Westerners, you created in Africa, when we try to solve the problem of Britain, Lord Lugard in Africa, in that contraction they call Nigeria, you, Britain, and the rest of the world, you still support the caliphate. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. It's a quagmire that I find myself all the time. It's so painful. When I speak to my friends in the Western world, I tell them, see, these guys you are seeing crossing the sea, the ocean, and they die in the ocean. In most cases, their hands are tied, because when they want to fight for freedom, the military will kill them, and they have nothing to say. Most of these guys, they are the owners of the resources from Africa. When you check that zoo called Nigeria, those who are traveling abroad are always those from the eastern region, the Biafran region. We are traveling, despite underneath our soil, there is oil, there is gold, there is silver, but we are not the partakers. We are not the ones responsible for mining those resources. It is the caliphate, those that Britain told they were born to rule. They are the ones controlling the gold, the silver, the crude oil, and everything in that land. And when the people who owns the land, they are being subjugated, they have no job, they cannot feel the presence of the zoo government, the federal government, their so-called fiscal policies and monetary policies. You don't feel it in the eastern region, and you expect the people to stay there and die? No, they have to come to the Western, because you are the ones that said you believe in the Commonwealth. You created the Commonwealth of Nations. Britain, you are responsible for this nonsense, and your hands are soiled with the blood of the Biafrans. When I tell my friends this in the Western world, they baffle. They say they never knew we were not one people. I just laugh. You know, people in the Western world, because we are black, they think we are the same. They don't understand tribes are different. They don't know there are nations within a nation, that Britain made one. This Biafra we are fighting for, we are the new breed, though. If they think we are joking, if they think holding Nnamdi Kanu means we shall give up our freedom, then they must be mad. That zoo, they are mad. Let's continue.
Who aided, who helped him have,
No, he had access. The EFCC will not have studied. He was not the one they were looking for.
Right.
But after the fact, they are now saying, it's not covered, you cannot obstruct the arrest of a person because he left the place with, former governor. If the EFCC had tried to stop him, then that would have made the whole thing so messy. That's why I say in terms of operation, there are operational questions that the EFCC must worry about. Finally, the politics of it. Does this have anything to do with the politics of the APC? Because you recall that there have been some insinuations that Yahaya Belo wants to be a minister, Yahaya Belo wants to be chairman of the party, and then, of course, the bigger part of it is that the EFCC has just gone back to court to amend their charges, to change the dates. So it's like there is also a very new case. So it's a very serious entanglement. But,
we have so many stories.
Yeah, because we have Professor. So I think you've talked about the legalese. Yeah, we can go ad nauseum. I mean, the Kogi State, when Yahaya Bello was even governor, then the Kogi State governor has even replied and saying the timeline for what they said he had done. It was even before he became governor. I think he officially resumed in January 2016 and all of that. And there's been back and forth. And they're supposed to hear the case on the 22nd, like you said rightly. But 22nd of April. But for me, the part I want to talk about is the operational procedure. I mean, if you have invited a man, why don't you wait for the man to come? All right? Or when you go effect arrest, do not have this Nollywood-styled shenanigan that goes on when you go to effect arrest. And also, the operational procedures that governors feel they have the rights to come in with their own immunity to be able to bail somebody out. This has happened in the case of, I think, Nunia.
You're just talking trash there, my brother, with all due respect. Not governors. Call a spade a spade. Call those who are responsible for such. Because I will show you now how they treated a Biafran so-called governor. I will show you how they treated Obiano and also Rochas Okorocha. My people, if you are with me, let us go there. You see me, I keep my records. I keep records. If you are with me, let us go there. Listen.
Richina says former governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, who just handed over to Professor Soludo, has been arrested by the FCC. Mr. Obiano was apprehended this Thursday, tonight, actually, at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport as he was moving to board a flight to Houston, Texas, in the United States of America. We're staying with this story and we'll hint you with all the updates as it develops.
Reports just reaching Arise News says the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has apprehended the immediate past governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. Obiano, who has been on the commission's watch list for months, was arrested at about 8:30 p.m. local time. He was reportedly on his way out of the country to Houston, Texas, in the United States, after handing over to his successor, Governor Charles Soludo.
This is the home of Rochas Okorocha. When they come to our own place, when they come to our region, they show their power. This is the home of Rochas Okorocha. See the way the EFCC, they are shooting guns in the home of a Biafran man. I keep saying it. Different strokes for different folks. When it has to do with the Biafran, they come with the full weight of the law. But when it comes to do with somebody from the north, they begin to beg. They go to dialogue. Please now, come now. Please, sir, just come and show. Please, sir. Different strokes for different folks. Watch and continue. Watch the way they treat, how they behave. The same EFCCO, watch the way they behave when they come to arrest an ex-governor from the Biafran region. Just watch. This is the house of Rochas Okorocha. This is the home of Rochas. Watch the way they destroyed it. But in the case of Yahaya Belo, they were at the gates. They were begging, please now, sir, please now, come with us, sir, please, sir. Or God, I beg, come with us, sir, please, sir. They were begging Yahaya Belo, but look at the way they treated the house of Rochas Okorocha. Listen. Hey. They carry stone. This is the house. In someone's house, they broke food.
What I mean is that the door, they couldn't open it, they don't have to go inside. Okay, please, just give us an account of what happened. Okay.
They could not open from here. They had to go in through the ceiling this way.
Yes.
Then they broke it to come into the room from here.
Okay.
And began to vandalize from inside. Yes.
They could not open the door, so they went through the ceiling of the house and they broke through the other ceiling and they started to vandalize the house. This is what a Biafran man goes through under the EFCC, the Economic Financial Crime or whatever they call themselves, in that Zoo Republic. Can you see how things are different? When it has to do with the Biafran, it is different. When the Igbo and the Yoruba soldiers are killed in the north by Fulani headsmen, by Boko Haram, by ISIS, by ISWAP, when members of the communities, they invite them to come and drink their milk, come and chop their tuwo, as the Igbo and Yoruba soldiers are eating the tuwo shinkafa, behind their back, Boko Haram will come and shoot them. When they buy them, the communities that worked hand in hand with Boko Haram, with ISWAP, with ISIS, with the headsmen, they are not chased to the bushes or the forest. Their homes are not burnt down. The community members that work hand in hand with Boko Haram, somebody listen to me. Listen to me for once. I call these different strokes for different folks. That in Okwama, they chased the whole community out in the bushes for 5 weeks, and nobody has spoken about it. Not even the media are allowed to report what is happening in Okwama. Think about that. The high-handedness, the heavy hands they lay on the Biafrans whenever it has to do with the Biafrans, they always come with the might of the power of the law. But when it's about the northern side, it's okay. Oh, 100 Christian soldiers died in the north. It is okay. The Yoruba and the Igbo soldiers, they were set up by the communities, and Boko Haram and ISWAP, they came and buy them. It is okay. Don't report it. Don't even mourn them. But they claim 17 men died in Okwama, and they are mourning them. It was a nation. I mean, the whole country of that zoo, they mourn for 3 days. And you expect us, We, when our eye don't open, we that we know what is called rule of law. We have lived in the Western world. We have lived with the white man. We know the way things are done in the Western world. You expect us to come back to that zoo and live like animals, like you guys? That's over my dead body. It is Biafra or nothing else. It is Biafra or nothing else. I cannot live in a civilized world. Compete with the white man in his own world. I am excelling. I am managing white men and Asians in the Western world. I will now come to Africa, a shithole country like Nigeria, and become a slave and become a third-class citizen in a so-called country you claim is one. God damn that zoo called Nigeria. This is the standard. A man like Rocha Sokorocha, look at what the EFCC they did to his house. But a young boy like Yahaya, Belo, they were begging him, please now, open the door now, Oga, beg now, Oga, please, open the door. He said, no, I want to open. Get out now, leave my house. Leave. Said, Oga, please, oh, we cannot leave, oh, please now. Just open, let us talk now, sir, please, sir, please, sir. Let us discuss it. Leave my compound, they were begging. From the gates, they were begging. They couldn't even go into the house of Yahaya Bello. They were by the gates. They were begging him. Please now, let us discuss, sir. He was backing on them, shouting on them. They were begging him. Please, sir. Open door now, let's discuss, sir. Please, sir, please, sir. He refused. He made a phone call to the governor of Kogi State. He called Usman Ododo, the governor of Kogi State. That one had time to fly a plane from Kogi to Abuja. Think about that. They were still by the gates. They were begging, sir, please now, open door, let's discuss now. Sir, please, we're EFCC now, please. Please, sir, please, sir. The man flew from Kogi to Abuja. He came with his own military men. Hey, God have mercy. Hey, Nigeria. Unashamed, they shame me. A governor from Kogi came to Abuja with his orderlies, those around him, protecting him. They came to Abuja, to the home, oh my God, of Yahaya Bello, and they snatched him off from EFCC. They couldn't stop him. That's why I'm telling you that break that. The earlier you break that zoo up, the better.